What's going on, guys? It's your boy John the Liquidator coming back with breaking news hot off the press. Look like the New York Post just wrapped up an article talking about the Indiana Fever season ticket prices. Guys, for this one here, we got to go all the way up to Indy. Let's get it. Let's go. One of the biggest factors for Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever last year was the ticket sales. Now, we know there was a lot of teams moving these games to big arenas just to make a little bit extra money on the arrival of Caitlin Clark and the Fever whenever they came to town. Now, yesterday when I did it live, I actually spoke about this being a thing that needed to be paid attention to. Now, we know Caitlin Clark went out on a limb and said some things in a Time magazine interview that sparked some outrage from certain people, but it also gave clarity to her stance in certain situations. Well, I believe that stuff affected the ticket prices. Now, the New York Post put out an article this morning stating that the average ticket price for Caitlin Clark and Indiana Fever right now is $12 a ticket. Now, the article went on to say, best of all, some of them are dirt cheap at the time of the publication. The lowest price we could find for tickets for any home game at Indiana Gamblers Fieldhouse was $12 before fees on Vivid Seats. Now, that's a steal. Away games have tickets starting at $54 to $192. Now, guys, I did a live yesterday breaking down what I believe is going to happen this season with these ticket prices. Take a listen to what I had to say last night. Roll the footage.
Caitlin claused this. See, Caitlin had to force her hand. And some people might get mad at what I'm about to say. Now, Caitlin Clark forced her hand is because Caitlin single-handedly runs the algorithm of the W. You can say what you want. If Caitlin Clark could make or break the algorithm, get down in the chat and let me know, am I lying? Because I don't think I'm lying. I definitely do not think I'm lying right now. Caitlin Clark can make or break the algorithm, the growth, the desire of the W. She has that power to do that. Now, I am here to tell you, do I believe she did that? I definitely believe she did that. And no one was paying attention until today. Remember the picture of Brunson and Abracot's show? Exactly. All of that. See, the picture was probably them trying to say that we're cool, but men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Caitlin Clark forced her hand. Caitlin Clark forced her hand on purpose when she pissed everybody off with the white privilege thing. Caitlin Clark didn't have to say that. No, she didn't. No one asked her about that. No one brought that up. But guess what that did? That pissed a bunch of people off. When Caitlin Clark said, yes, this is white pride, receive white, that pissed people off. And guess what that did? That hurt the numbers. Oh, it hurt the numbers. It hurt the numbers so bad, I'm still recovering from the hurt. But you know what? Caitlin didn't care because Caitlin already got her money. She don't care about the W. Caitlin Clark is going to be Caitlin Clark regardless. She don't give a damn. If the conservative people or the right-wing people don't like her, she don't care. She don't care, right? Like, quite frankly, Caitlin Clark lost all the MAGA. I'm going to say it. She lost all of the MAGA support when she did what she did. But this is why she did what she did. Now, let's say the roles was turned, right? And Caitlin Clark didn't receive the welcome she received. It was going to be the welcome that Paige Bueckers finna get, because Paige Bueckers is going to be accepted. Paige Bueckers is not finna go through what Caitlin went through. They should have protected Caitlin better, because 9 times out of 10, if they would have protected Caitlin better, Caitlin wouldn't have said what she said in the Time magazine. Caitlin Clark purposely hurted the WNBA growth and the numbers, ticket sales, and merchandise sales, and everything. She did it on purpose because no one stood up from her. This is just my theory. Now, I'm not saying this is facts. This is just my theory. This is just my theory, bro. Is that no one stood up for her when she was being ridiculed, picked on, and all this stuff was taking place in the W last season. No one's like a commissioner didn't say nothing, Adam Silver didn't say nothing, and they was letting people like Cheryl Swoosh and all these other people bash on Caitlin Clark, look at Kennedy Carter, push her down. And guess what? Caitlin said, you know what? I got a trick for y'all. I'm going to hurt y'all pockets because her pocket's going to be good. She going to hurt y'all pockets because guess what? She controlled the algorithm. She controlled the viewership. So not once in December did I say what I said. I said it twice in December. Now, it's going to come out in April on the David Letterman thing again. It's going to spark it up again right before the season starts. And guess what's happening? Nobody want to talk about it, but I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it tonight. The numbers is going down. If you're a content creator, right? Or if you've been paying attention, right? To the numbers, to the ticket sales. If you've been paying attention to the merchandise sales. If you've been paying attention to everything surrounding Caitlin Clark and the Caitlin Clark effect, you have been seeing a lot of stuff not looking like it looked in last year. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to stay that way because I wholeheartedly don't believe it's going to stay that way. Everything is going to catch back up with itself, but Caitlin Clark had to slow it down because no one was there to protect her. And so y'all going to let these women say this and bully me and do all this? I'm going to hurt y'all pockets. She had to slow it down. Now, I believe, like I stated, everything is going to catch up with itself. But the numbers are down. The views are down. Everything is down. Nobody's talking about it. To me, it's almost like a hidden secret that is going on in the W right now. Because they were supposed to have this big explosion growth, a big growth, blue. But Caitlin halted the damn growth. No one's paying attention. No one paying attention to Caitlin Clark playing chess, not checkers. That's what is happening with the WNBA right now. Well, guess what? Today changed everything because they have been sending us little subliminals all over, right? Subliminals when Kennedy Carter didn't make a damn team. Got people saying that she ain't making no damn team, bro. She's not coming to W, bro. It's over. So her want to go stream with the top streamers. You can do that. But your career in the W is over. It is finito. It is a wrap. It is a wrap. Now, I'm not saying that the game's not going to do numbers. The games are going to do numbers, but the games are not going to do the same viewership that it did last year. I don't believe so. I believe it got to catch up with itself. Caitlin Clark put a pause in it. You got to listen to what I'm saying. She put a kink in what they was doing. You know how you have do you know how you have a water hose and you bend that water hose? See, before you put the bend in the water hose, the water is running fluid. The water is running fluidly. Shout out to you for the 1999 super chat. What did they say? Tell it like it is, John. Let these haters know it will explode. Yeah, it will. It will. But I got to tell y'all what happened, though. See, you take a water hose and you bend that water hose and you put a kink in it, right? The water never stopped running. You want to know what happened? The water shoot backwards. Now it start coming out the other end, right? It start coming out the other end. That's what's happening. The water's not flowing out no more fluidly. It's going back towards the other end, which means that you want to know what? Now the WNBA was looking at all these numbers and stuff. We got a $2 million deal. We got all this stuff. This is why I say I believe it's Kathy and not Adam Silver, because Kathy was looking at the numbers. See, Kathy is a accountant major or something like that. She worked for one of the biggest companies before the WNBA. She was over accounting and making sure people would stand up to date on their taxes. Research Kathy Engelbricht's resume. She research her resume, and that'll make sense with everything I'm telling you guys right now. So I'm not finna go over all that. I'm just trying to tell y'all why I believe this is happening. The numbers are declining. These women made it hard for Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark played chess, not checkers, and they got to cut the loose fat. Now, cutting the loose fat means people like this lady right here, which we're going to get to.